guys, Jamie here, keeping it koi. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. So in today's video, you'll probably remember from my video last week that we had a bit of a disaster in the pond. You may hear by my voice I'm slightly happier. I'll spin you around in a minute and show you how happy they look, but the water has cleared right up. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any of the water tested, but yeah, I've got a plan, and I've also had some deliveries today, which I'll show you, but I won't talk you through just yet because I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to play, what I'm going to do with them, basically. So yeah, without further ado, let me spin you around and show you the fishies. So as you can see there, they are almost all back to their normal happy selves. Even the one that was sulking for a good few days is no longer sulking. The sorghoi that had the clamped fins still did have the clamped fins, well, still does have the clamped fins. So I've actually just done some scrapes this morning, and not a massive thing to worry about, but he's clamped, so I'm going to treat it anyway. But I did find a bit of COSTIA on him. I was expecting that from all the stress and everything that they've been through over the last couple of weeks, bless their hearts. But yeah, they're as you can see, all begging for food, and as they haven't been fed all day because I've been out at work all morning and it was way too cold this morning to give them anything. The pond itself was at 12 degrees, but the weather just, oh, it was freezing this morning. So bear with me, let me grab some food and we'll see if they're hungry. Apologies for the glare of the sun behind the clouds, but this is their new feeding spot because the food seems to hang around better in this corner. But as you can see, they're all down there waiting. They're at the minute getting a mixture of wheat germ and all seasons with garlic. The all seasons with garlic is aqua sauce, and the wheat germ is nishiki doi. And they're still a little bit skittish. Let's see if I can get you a better angle. They're still a little bit skittish from all the stress they've been under, but as you can see, they're all up and eating and happy as Larry. They just don't like me hanging over them right now, which, as they've been all netted out and moved about and stressed and whatnot, to be honest, I don't blame them, but they're getting better every day. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the fry. Well, last year's fry, you won't see them in there with a glow. You can see a couple down there, but yeah, these guys don't come up while I'm stood over them. So just chuck their food in there and zip them back up so that they don't get eaten by anything and they don't jump out, because they would all end up down the bottom drain now that the two biggest ones that were in there died. We'll skip over that, we'll come back to that delivery in a second. Hello, fry. These guys eat wherever I am. They're always blooming hungry. Still holding quite a good temperature in here at the moment. We're still at 16 degrees. But then it is covered 24/7 other than feeding time. So, they get 1.5 scoops of that every feed, and they get that 3 or 4 times a day. It used to be 8, but it's not warm enough for 8. And that is a lot of food in one go, but there's quite a few in there, so it gives the ones that have not had anything a chance to come and get some it. I'll leave that up for a minute. Right, let's show you what I've been buying. So I've just been to a garden centre that I've not been to for donkey's years, because I was working over in Bourne today and drove past Waterside on the way home, and they had these on a deal, and they're pretty damn big rocks. I mean, I've not got small feet, I'm a size 11. And I mean, if I line my foot up with that, you know. Yeah, and they're pretty chunky as well. Not skinny little rocks. So yeah, they'll be the last few rocks to sort this out. Done a little bit of tidying up in here over the last couple of days, pulling out all the mank and stuff. I've still got a pile of leaves over there I've missed, and some cobwebs up there I've missed, but we'll get them. And I've pulled these rocks out because these are the ones that were in that gap, but I've got a better rock to go in that gap now. But yeah, don't know whether it was birds or what, but come back from work today, both of me mind your own businesses were upside down in the pond. That one had been absolutely, as you can see, pretty much destroyed. That bit of mind your own business was at the bottom of the pond. The bit that was over there was completely missing, so that one of the bits they've ripped out of there I've put back over there. And these are all the little bits that I found kicking around from what used to be in there. But yeah, pesky birds. But yeah, that bit was doing absolutely blindingly brilliant, and now it's not. It's still alive, but it'll take a while to establish and start growing again. And the same with, if I can get back over there, the same with this bit, just make sure it's touching the water. Yeah, little buggers, isn't they? Oh well. But yeah, my tomato plant that randomly started growing out of this plant pot is doing absolutely blinding. Not really the time of year to start flowering, but it is. And we've even got a couple of baby tomatoes on it. And lo and behold, there's another one just started growing behind it. Would you Adam and bloody Eve it? Talking about tomato plants growing. Oh, these are the other stones that I've picked up to fill in the gaps in between some of the rocks. Good little size they are. Good palm size flat stone. So they'll be ideal. And they're just some bits that fell off the big ones during transportation in the van. But yeah, look, got bloody more tomato plants growing now. Everywhere. Got some new little ones there. Got a new little one there. New little one down there. New little one there. They're bloody great. I've even got a couple growing out of these plant pots. So yeah, word to the wise people. When your tomatoes are done for the season, get rid of them all. Chop them all down, take them in, get them, you know, turn red. Don't just leave them on the plant to rot, or you will end up with tomato plants growing everywhere. I got one growing at the back there. Didn't even notice that one. How the hell did it get over there? No idea. But on a plus side, I suppose, if we have a really mild autumn, they've ate all their food. A really mild autumn, we might end up with tomatoes for Christmas. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, they've all polished off their food, so that's good. And the last thing, when I got home this afternoon, just as I was getting home, there was a giant van parked outside my house, and he started walking up to my door. Shouted out the van, "I'm over here." He went, "Oh, that's good. I've got a bloody big delivery for you." I said, "Oh, that's good. I know exactly what it is then." And yeah, not really sure exactly how I'm going to use them, but they're going to get used and they're going to look good when I'm finished. Probably won't get them up for a while because I've got other bits and bobs I need to get done before these go up, but I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I've got. Got some giant bamboo. I've got some construction bamboo. So yeah, they are gonna be awesome when they're finished. 6 poles in there. Got them for a fantastic price. I've been looking at giant bamboo for absolutely blooming ages, and it's so expensive. On eBay you'd be looking at, I think, just over £100 for a pack of 5. But if you bought them individually, they were, and I'm not even sure if that was excluding delivery, but yeah, individually $33.99 each, and they weren't even the these are 2 meters, they were 6 foot ones, which I'm just over 6 foot, which is 185 centimeters I am. So yeah, 6 foot's less than that, just so about 180 centimeters for 34 quid on eBay individually. But yeah, good bargain, less than 100 quid, quite a bit less. Think about 85, 90 quid, something like that with delivery. They did charge a fair whack for delivery, but it's a big heavy parcel, so you know, you kind of, I think it was 20 quid. But yeah, 6 of them anyway, 2 meters. Absolutely blinding. I'll put a link in the description to where I got them from, and yeah, got some plans for them. So yeah, that's where I'm up to at the minute. Obviously the fish are doing much better now. I've got a treat for COSTIA. Luckily I picked up that FMG at the show just gone, so yeah, we'll get that in. Does anybody know if you can mix NT Labs FMG with COSTIA FMG? Because I've got a tiny bit left of the NT Labs one, and then obviously a new bottle of COSTIA. I need to treat them now, so I'm going to literally just pour in the COSTIA one, not the NT Labs one. But yeah, if anybody knows if you can mix the two, leave it down in the comments, that'd be much appreciated. I probably can't, but I've never tried mixing bits and bobs. I suppose I have done flute treatments almost at the same time as other treatments, but 2 completely different medicines, so don't recommend that, by the way. That's just what I've done. So yeah, I'm going to get these rocks all cleaned up. I've dragged the hose pipe back out. That's actually been tucked away for the last few weeks because I don't need it anymore, because I've got my second trickle in, which is actually off at the minute because again last night I left it a bit too high and it overflowed the skimmer, but it's gone down a bit now. I've turned the drum back down to once every half an hour, and I've also got my vary switch on the air bubbles, so I've reduced that again ever so slightly, not by a lot but just a tiny bit, because even by just tweaking the air down, the amount of watts I'm saving 10 watts, which is not a lot, but it's not turned down a lot. There's not a lot of difference from max to that, but 10 watts is 10 watts, and it's powering the pond perfectly, and it's powering the drum perfectly. So yeah, 10 watts is 10 watts, isn't it? Every penny helps, as the old saying goes. So yeah, I'm going to get all the dust blasted off them with the hose pipe, and then get them over there and get them over there, and then we will snap back to you in a second. Right then guys, just about the end of the day, and I've just about finished tinkering in the whole Japanese garden. Moved a fair few bits around and added the new stones in, so I'll spin you around and show you what I've done. Right. So the new stones, I've got now one under that pagoda, Japanese pagoda, you know what I mean. One there now. That bonsai used to be where the fish is. The fish has come from the main pond over there. That bonsai pot is also raised on one of the stones. One of the other new ones, or the last new one, is now sat under the Buddha, raising her up. The smaller stones that I bought, I've got one now wedged in down there, and that just to neaten off the gap and hide the wire. The wire is to all me lights and bits and bobs that come on at night. They're just solar lights, and the rest of my smaller stones are in the middle. I made a frog house. He's got, the frog normally lives under there, but I actually did see him scoot under there. I don't know if I'll be able to tease him out for you. Let's have a look, see if he is still under there. Some weeds in there. Get them out of the way first. Are you still under there, Mr. Froggy? I don't know, he might be. Don't think he wants to come out there. What's that? Just a stone. Check that one behind there. Yeah, no, he's either right at the back under there, or he's gone back where he should be. Because I've reset the waterfall because it was a tiny bit wobbly, and now it's set hard as nails. So yeah, I've moved some of my bonsais about as well. The conker tree one is now up on the rock instead of on the gap down there. Pruned a few of the bonsais back as well. The olive tree's pruned. I've taken all the dead leaves off the acer. These are like the thin-leaved acers. Loads of dead leaves. But yeah, that's the thin one, not the thick leaf one. Pulled all them off. You don't want to, with acers, another tip for your acers, guys, you don't want to leave all your dead leaves on the branches to go rotten. You see there's a couple here, like, if I can get to them. Yeah, missed them too. They're not attached to the tree, they're just, because of their such scraggly leaves, they get caught. You want to remove all them, otherwise they will rot on the tree, and that can cause diseases and whatnot, and you don't want that on your acers. We also did all the cutbacks. Acers, if you didn't know, are renowned for what we call diebacks. So when you make a prune during the spring, summer, whenever you're pruning, 9 times out of 10 the bit you cut, you'll get a good sort of inch basically dieback. I've already cut them all off that one to sort of show you, but to give you an inkling, I've not cut this one very well, but you'll see there that obviously it was snipped there at one point, and this part now is starting to die back. This time, oh, there's a better one just here. That, so obviously that bit's been chopped off during the spring, and then that inch there has died back. This time of year though is a good time of year to just snip the diebacks. Don't go where, as for instance this one, don't go cutting the green again, because then you're going to get more dieback, but just cut the dieback right to the edge, and that'll be fine for this time of year. I am going to see if I can repot these next year and put them in slightly smaller pots. That's the plan. The 2 green acers are still quite leafed out at the minute, but yeah, I haven't got an awful lot of pruning to do on that one. I'm still quite liking the shape, and it's got a really nice trunk on this one. You see there, if I can get over there again. Quite a few leaves in there, but that's good for the tree. Move that out of the way, there you go. Yeah. Quite a nice thick and funky trunk to that tree, but the plan is to make them, turn them back into bonsais if I can, and might have to chop some of the root ball off, but yeah, I'll do a separate video on that when I get to it. But yeah, that's the Japanese garden pretty much done for the winter. The only thing I'll have left to do now is, as the other 2 acers die, that one, take off the rest of the or collect the rest of the leaves and make another pile. But I'll get that into the compost, tidy up my stores. Oh yeah, I moved one of the old rocks and found a stone under a rock, propping it up for whatever reason. I have left one of the brown rocks sat behind the Buddha. Don't know why, just because. That's taken me so long though. It is about time these guys had some more food. It's all gone. All the old food off the floor is all gone, so I'll give them another scoop. And a half. I've got a real good mix of foods in here at the minute. Got 2 different 2 mil pellets. I've got some 1 mil pellets, some floating, some sinking, some slow sinking, a little bit of Daphnia. And you got your Daphnia there. I've got some of this in there, Peterborough Koi Fry Food Stage 1. This one's slow sinking, 54 protein, 1.5 ml pellet. Yeah, I got a bit of everything in there. But yeah, you wait till I see what I'm doing that bamboo. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, that's about it, I suppose. Not got a lot else to do. As we were talking about mind your own business earlier though, check out those bad boys on there now, look. Ooh, caught my arm. But yeah, the one that got ripped out is now starting to grow again as well. I'll put that in the top, that was in the bottom initially. But then the ones on the top of there, they are absolutely, let's go over there, squeeze behind all the rubble. Yeah, I literally just chucked one of these pots, is one of the ones that actually died off. Can't remember which one did, but they're certainly not died off now, are they? Look at that, going crazy. But yeah, I don't have a spray bar in this shower at the minute because of obviously it's temporary and I didn't have the right fixings. So what I've got is a 1-inch tray, all full of holes with pretty much nothing in it other than a bit of mind your own business that the birds keep obviously picking up as well. But yeah, and that's my spray bar then. That's flowing in there, and then that then spreads evenly over the actual 3 trays that are up there. So we'll get that back in. Yeah, mind your own business is doing uber fantastic. Swing around that way a bit, and that bit grow a bit more. But yeah. I'll squeeze back out without falling arse over tip. There we go. But yeah, got a bit of tidying up left to do now then. Get all the rubbish tidied up, put my tools away, find a temporary new home for me little bonsais. I will be moving some of the bonsais back over there, but obviously I've still got all my oak trees and the, I want to say chestnut, hazelnut, can't remember. That one there, it's a nut of some kind, can't remember which nut. But yeah, got all them conker trees there. I did snip my really tall one this year. Give it a cut, it's already starting to heal over actually. That's good. But yeah, the idea is obviously with bonsais is to get the trunk nice and thick and let the leaders keep growing up tall, let the trunks thicken up, and then just keep snipping the top and letting the next leader go up until the trunk's about where you want it, and then start working out what you're going to do with it. Unless you're going for a bendy wendy tree, then obviously you've got to do that to start off with. But like, as for instance, these ones that have just self-seeded themselves, they've been snipped a couple of times. That was the original trunk, that then became the new leader. But they're getting there, about as thick as my finger at the bottom, but that'll make a nice cluster on that. I don't know if that's one tree split into 3 or whether it's 3 trees growing right next to each other, but they all seem pretty attached, so that'll make a real nice cluster bonsai on that. And yeah, got obviously a couple more oaks down here. That one's doing really well. That's the one I picked up from the Coventry show, Coventry BKKS Koi show. Yeah. All good, all good. Got a few more tomatoes that need picking off and washing and putting on the windowsill. But yeah, compost ready to go for the spring. Saw me make that in a previous video. Yeah, just waffling now. So as I'm just waffling, showing you what I've been up to, I will love you and leave you all. Thank you all for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed the content. Hope I've earned your subscription today. and we'll catch you on the next one.